Today, we're going to talk about living in the southwest quadrant of Cape Coral. So let's get started right now. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Sherry Puchacz, better known as Sunshine Sherry. I work for RE/MAX Realty Team right here in Cape Coral. If you're new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button and click that little bell so you don't miss any of my new videos about the Cape and Fort Myers and Southwest Florida. As you can see by this map, the southwest quadrant of Cape Coral has a lot going on. Lots of Gulf access canals and lakes. Also freshwater canals and freshwater lakes too. We have a couple of golf courses and a ton of parks. So let's get into the details about the Southwest Cape. In the southernmost part of the Southwest Cape is an area called the Rose Garden neighborhood and Cape Coral's Rotary Park. This area got its name because in 1964, the Rosen brothers opened the famous Rose Gardens, which drew a ton of crowds to Cape Coral. These rose gardens were seemingly world famous, occupying more than 80 acres of the Southwest Cape. The Cape Coral Gardens were man-made. Some of it was formed to create pools, a lake, a lagoon, and even some hills. The idea began as a dream of the developers Jack and Leonard Rosen in the mid-1960s, complete with an outstanding 40,000 rose bushes. In fact, the more than 2-mile-long Avenue of Roses served as the property's grand entrance, complete with a tram that transported visitors through the gardens, kind of like Disney World. The entire property was pretty much over the top, from a pool where dolphins once performed to a lake where the Waltzing Waters show once operated. There was also a riverside Polynesian village. There was a Patriots Garden with a replica of the Iwo Jima statue. There were a lot of different kinds of gardens, like a children's garden. There was a hanging garden, an Italian garden, and I guess the most favorite was the Japanese garden, which was filled with arched footbridges and floating blossoms. The $5 million project was pretty extravagant in every way, and it brought in big names to add to its appeal. Bob Hope was once honored there, and Phyllis Diller also made an appearance. Meanwhile, the garden peacocks were featured in the 1960s movie The Fat Spy. And the reflecting pool once served as a setting for the filming of an Oldsmobile commercial. The popular destination, unfortunately, did not last. The gardens closed and were deemed unprofitable. Then the property fell into disrepair, though the original site has since been transformed into now what's known as Tarpon Point. Not all was lost though. The Iwo Jima statue now sits at Veterans Memorial Park. The Rose Garden neighborhood is an established single-family waterfront neighborhood with many Gulf access, as well as direct access, meaning no bridges to go under, home sites. It's a great location if you're a boater. The Rose Garden neighborhood also borders on what is now the Tarpon Point Marina community, which is also an established neighborhood with beautiful homes, luxury condos, and the Westin Resort Hotel. There are also a lot of off-water homes that are popular because of the proximity to Tarpon Point, which has dining and shopping and public festivities, even events such as car shows and boat shows, and fishing tournaments at Tarpon Point Marina. Just across from there are wonderful walking trails, a very cool butterfly garden, and a dog park at Rotary Park. If we continue west in the southwest part of Cape Coral, we will find ourselves in the gated community of Cape Harbor. Cape Harbor has great shopping and dining and really lovely homes in this luxury yachting community. This community also has luxury condos and waterfront homes that are on Gulf access canals, and some people even describe this as the finest real estate in Cape Coral. The latest homes that are being built are the funky fish cottages that are in an old Florida style of construction. Rum Runner's Restaurant is also located in Cape Harbor, as well as a ton of shops. You know, you can sit outside on the terrace at Rum Runner's and watch the boats go through the lock. Now, speaking of the lock, this is the only lock in Cape Coral. Now, there's no charge for going through the lock, but it certainly can be a bit of a pain for the folks that live off the South Spreader, which the South Spreader is that wide canal that goes up the west side of the southwest quadrant of Cape Coral. As you can see in this map where I show you the South Spreader. So this lock can be an issue if you are out in your boat enjoying the day and some weather starts rolling into the area. It can be a bit of a log jam when everyone with a boat is trying to get in off the water before the weather comes in. And while I'm showing you this map of the South Spreader, please take note that if you buy a Gulf access home that is located at the north end of the South Spreader, so almost to the Northwest Cape, it could take you more than 2 hours to get out to open water. What? Yep, you heard me right. Now, check out my map of the times to open water all around Cape Coral. I'm going to put a link to this map in the description of this video right down below so you can have it. Getting back to Cape Harbor, there is also Fathom's outside bar and restaurant, and it's under a big tiki hut. There's a coffee shop and an oyster bar. All in all, it's really a fun place to hang out with live entertainment, and of course, because it's a marina, there's big, beautiful yachts to look at too. Coming back to the east of the Southwest Cape is the 8 Lakes neighborhood. This is certainly one of the jewels of the Southwest Cape. The neighborhood is anchored by 2 beautiful man-made saltwater lakes, Thunderbird Lake and Britannia Lake. Now, both of these lakes were constructed like a 4-leaf clover, which is a design that really maximizes the number of waterfront homes in the community. The residents of 8 Lakes enjoy both wonderful water views as well as the convenience of having a dock in their backyard and pretty quick boating access out to the Gulf, as you can see on this map of the lakes. Now, the Southwest Quadrant does have some homes from the 60s and the 70s, but there are less of those homes and more homes that are really built in the 1980s and the 90s. Now, there are also a lot of homes that are built in the 2000s. The Southwest Cape is serviced by city sewer and water, and most of the homes in the Southwest will still have probably a small balance on the assessments for those services. The balances most likely, again, will be smaller, but it's still something that you should check out if you're going to be buying a house in the Southwest Cape, because this can certainly affect your tax bill since the assessments are in with your taxes. A lot of these older homes may have plumbing that is made of polybutylene or PEX, and there are a few that may have copper pipes. Now, these materials, kind of in general, can be problematic. So make sure that your home inspector or your agent investigates this, because some insurance companies can have issues with these materials because there can be a higher risk of damage that's caused by leaks from these materials. The Southwest Cape has tons of shopping. Currently, there are at least 4 Publix grocery stores, 1 Aldi grocery store on Pine Island Road, 2 Walmart neighborhood stores, and soon, and I'm very excited about this, will be the new Farmer Joe's Fresh Market, and that's going to be on Pine Island Road. We also have in the Southwest Cape a Home Depot and a Lowe's and a couple of Ace Hardwares. We have a Target and a Kohl's and a great big Sam's Club, and again, my favorite, 4 Dollar Trees. There are also a ton of restaurants in every flavor you could possibly want. Now, some of my favorites are the Lobster Lady. You got to check out their seafood tower. It's pretty amazing. Right next door to the Lobster Lady is the Sino Grill. They have delicious Italian food, and if you like calamari, they saute it instead of frying it, and man, is it good. We also have a Bonefish Grill, and for Mexican, my favorite is El Tarasco. Now, if you're looking for pizza, I like Marco's Pizza, and that's right off of Pine Island Road also, and of course, the famous Bubba's Roadhouse. Now, if you have packages to send out in the mail, don't go to the post office and wait in line. There's always a line there when I get there. But make sure to stop by one of my favorite places, which is Sip and Send on Santa Barbara Boulevard. The ladies that work there and the owner have excellent customer service. They have the coolest gifts there, and they have wine that they will ship for you. Let's move on to the parks in the Southwest Cape. We have 15 parks in this quadrant. One of the parks is actually an attraction, and that is Sunsplash Family Water Park. Sunsplash is owned by the city of Cape Coral, and it's a seasonal amusement park with over 14 acres of water slides, a lazy river, and a kids' water play area. Sunsplash is open from March to September, and you can buy season tickets if you're a Cape Coral resident. There is also a BMX bike park, which you'll see on the map is number 13, and a skateboard park, which is number 11. Now, if you're looking for a football field, that's going to be number 15, the Storm Football Complex. And number 27 and number 28 are the Pelican Baseball and Soccer Park. Now, number 35 is my favorite of all of them, and that is the Joe Stonis Park. And it is very close to the Northwest Cape. It's a wonderful park. It has walking paths around a lake that was put in the middle of the park. And the walking paths have exercise station that you can stop and, do some strength training. There's a playground there, and there are tennis courts also. And of course, we have Rotary Park in the south of the Southwest Cape, and that's number 26. That's got awesome walking trails too, and that butterfly garden that I talked about, as well as a dog park. There are 2 active golf courses in the Southwest Cape. The first one is Cape Royal Golf Club, which is a public course, and it's located in the Cape Royal golfing community. I did a video all about Cape Royal, so make sure you check that out because it is a wonderful place to live. Cape Royal Golf Club is a 27-hole golf course. You know, once you're done golfing, you can enjoy a cold beverage, some lunch, or even dinner at the Calusa Club. My husband and I actually go there frequently. It's open to the public. The other golf course is the Palmetto Pine Country Club. It was designed by Arthur Hills in 1969, and it also is a challenging golf course for players of all abilities. There's a full-service restaurant and bar, and that's called Windows on the Green, and an outside snack bar called Mulligan's, which is by the 10th tee. Palmetto Pine also has banquet facilities as well, and a lot of people have their wedding receptions there. We do have 5 boat ramps in the Southwest Cape. One is for saltwater, and that is the Burnt Store boat ramp right off of Burnt Store Road, and that's number 6 on this map. We also have 4 freshwater ramps, which would be number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. And that pretty much wraps up the information that I have on the Southwest Quadrant of Cape Coral. It's a lot of information. If you have any questions about the information in this video, or if you have questions about buying or selling here in Cape Coral and in Fort Myers, please don't hesitate to give me a call, shoot me a text, or an email. And if you want more information about Cape Coral and Fort Myers, maybe you should check out one of the other videos on my channel, like the cost of living in Cape Coral. One of my favorites is the pros and the cons of living in Cape Coral. Please don't forget, I'm Sunshine Sherry. I'm always here to help you, and I can't wait to work with you.